A festival, a parade, or an event is significant. The letter J could be significant as well. Okay, tell me more, Holy Spirit. So somebody could be inviting you to some type of event, parade, a festival. It could be a gathering, a party, a quinceañera. I don't know why that just came to mind. All right, somebody's like birthday party or something. Tell me more, Spirit. Someone's tired of her and her materialistic, self-centered self. Okay, so this is a masculine that is tired of taking care of a very materialistic person. Okay, someone who is self-centered. They only care about themselves. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. And they got community pom-pom. So it's like, bitch, you self-centered. You only care about yourself. You materialistic. And you for the streets. And look, decline invitation. That is crazy. And we got here an event. Okay? They're going to invite you somewhere. But this is somebody who's for the streets. Okay? Tell me more. Let's see. We're going to put the puzzle pieces together. Mentally, they're young-minded. Physically, they're an adult. So, again, this person right here. Okay? They're young-minded. This is somebody who's immature. Okay, she could be older. Okay, but she's just young-minded. Tell me more. So somebody needs to be careful because, you know, this is sounding like a problem here, like trouble. The letter N. Somebody's first name, middle name, last name has an N in it. This could be you or somebody involved. Tell us more, Holy Spirit. A condo. The letter K could be significant. Somebody could live at a condo. This could be where they're inviting you to. Okay, a condo, a home, an apartment, you know, like you need to not go. Decline that invitation. If this is somebody's baby mama, you know, just pick up your child and that's it and keep it pushing. Don't do the extra shit because there's going to be some drama here. Somebody's first name, middle name, last name has a P in it. Bad advice. Somebody could be giving you bad advice or they gave them bad advice. It says they got a voodoo doll of you. So that could be the bad advice. Somebody went to a practitioner. They told them to get a voodoo doll of you. Yeah, look, they're in the woods drinking this. This is disgusting, okay? They're projecting. They're accusing you of the very same things that they're doing, all right? So if the karmic is saying that you are doing voodoo on them, that you are lying about something, I don't know, whatever, they're doing everything that they're accusing you of, okay? This is confirmation. And this is more confirmation that they are. The letter Q could be significant. Out in the woods doing this shit. All right. Something with blood. Something with a voodoo doll. It says they keep cleansing to avoid karma. I wrote it more clear here. They keep trying to cleanse to avoid karma. And that's not going to work. Okay. They're trying to, you know, they're probably, unfortunately, getting a chicken and doing some type. That's what I'm seeing right now in my mind's eye. A white chicken. So they're doing something with a chicken to, I guess I was going to say clarify, clear, you know, like clarify or purify their energy. Again, they're just trying to cleanse their energy. Let's do this again. That's too many. All right, Holy Spirit, tell me more. Seven of Wands, defend yourself because you're under attack. It says here trying to tamper with your food at work. 7/10 could be significant. What is that? A Cancer. July 10 could be significant. And look, getting advice from people and we got bad advice. Okay, look at that. I feel like somebody got bad advice from a practitioner because they're trying to tamper with your food at work. The 7 of Wands is like an attack. It's a spiritual attack. So let me clarify this real quick and see what's that about. Okay, Holy Spirit, talk to me about this advice that they're getting from people. What is the advice? Oh my God, you cannot make this up. The High Priestess in the reverse. Okay, we have here the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords, look, they could be trying to break something up. Somebody from getting into a union. The Queen of Swords is coming out in the upright. So this is your energy. You could be having boundaries. You could be speaking the truth about something. And they're attacking you. The high priestess is giving them the advice to attack you. And with this marriage, it's like to stop you from getting into a marriage, to stop you from getting into a relationship. All right, so let's keep going. Give me something on this marriage, Holy Spirit. Knight of Pentacles reverse and the Emperor in the reverse. And look how it's like a contract. Like they do not want you to get into some type of marriage. All right, they could be attacking the masculine energy to get him out of balance, to put him in this Emperor energy in the reverse. The Knight of Pentacles is this person doing a routine. You see how this person is working out? You know, working out helps you to raise your vibration. So someone's raising their vibration, they're healing, they're focusing on themselves, they're prioritizing their health. And this karmic is doing spells to get them out of that energy. The Emperor in the reverse. Yeah, look, Nine of Swords. They want them to be having sleepless nights, anxiety, stress. Probably because you're not with this karmic anymore. They want you to, like, instead of doing better, they want you to miss them. They want you to be, you know, just stressed out. Okay, so that's not... Oh, you cannot make this up. Look what's at the bottom of the deck. Yo, the stress card. Yeah, both of these cards. Look, this person is with the hands like that. And look, the same thing. Like, you know, like just stressed. All right, that's exactly what this is. This karmic is disgusting. Yeah, look, and then we have here with the Knight of Wands in the reverse. Again, they want to put you in this reckless energy. They don't want you to have structure. They don't want you to have control of your life when you're in this Emperor energy. In the upright, they want to put you in the reverse. They want you to be reckless, making bad decisions, all of that. So that's why they're doing all this voodoo here. Okay, now we're trying to tamper with your food at work. Maybe it's not your food at work. It's just, again, this event. They're gonna invite you somewhere, and I picked up on this before the other day. I said they're gonna invite you somewhere and don't go because they're gonna put voodoo in the food or in the drinks. All right, and you won't be able to tell. The food is gonna taste amazing. You know, you're not gonna see anything because it's little things. Unfortunately, they put period blood in it. That's disgusting, I know. They put their eyelashes, okay, like a piece of their hair. It's all domination. All of these things that they're doing, these are witches, okay? Witches, they don't even look like witches, but that's what they do. All right, they're like regular people. They could be in a religion that practices this bullshit. They could be in a secret society organization. Like, you're not supposed to tell. Like, you know, that's what I'm getting. Like, you know, they don't want you to know. They're doing this being sneaky. Okay, this is somebody that is trying to, like, have control over you. They want to have domination over you, and they don't want you to know that. They don't want you to know that how they're doing it. They just want you to be thinking about them all the time with that energy right here, stressed. They want you to just feel like your life is miserable because they left. Like if they are some type of blessing that you fumbled or some shit. All right, you see the manipulation here? Like, it's actually a blessing that you walked away from this situation, because now you're about to get into alignment, you know, with your manifestations and your divine counterpart when the time comes. And this karmic is trying to block that shit from happening with this marriage card in the reverse. They don't want you to get into your divine union, but they are not God. So it's like just attempting to play God in your life. Oh, they're going to have serious consequences. All right. And that's going to start to unfold for them soon. Okay. Everything, all the actions that they took. That's why it says that it's bad advice, because they did too much. All right. Drinking blood in the woods. They got a voodoo doll of you, poking that shit. And it's funny because I said earlier, if you haven't checked out that message, it was a message about a karmic attacking your joints and your bones, and that could be how they're doing it with a voodoo doll. And they have the little voodoo doll and they're just stabbing your bones, your legs, whatever. Like, I'm telling you, these people are weird, very weird. Okay. they need a hobby, they need a job, they need a fucking life, bro. But anyways, let's see what else comes out. What else, Holy Spirit? So just be aware this is what's going on in the background. All right, this karmic is going crazy, getting advice. They're probably going to different readers, different practitioners, because it's like that. We got double confirmation that they got some type of bad advice. You know what just came to mind right now with that plane passing by? Overseas practitioner. Somebody's working with someone overseas. All right, so let's see what we got. They did a money hex on you to block your financial growth. You see what I'm saying? They're doing things to keep you stuck so that you think that you need to come back to them because they're like your good luck charm or some shit. Like, they're trying to cause you to feel like, oh my God, like, you know, like, I should have never left this person. You know, now my life is going to shit, you know, like I'm losing money, you know, and that's not what's going on. All right, you are in the right path, so keep moving forward. The karmic and your best friend is working together. Oh boy, this could be this gathering here. I'm gonna clarify that. Someone's cheating with a coworker. This could be again what she did, cheating with a damn coworker. For some of y'all, this is some I was gonna say chisme from work. So somebody could be Latino, Hispanic, because chisme is gossip. So I was just gonna say that this could be some chisme from work. Because we got trying to tap in with your food at work. So take it how it resonates. If this is like a work thing, somebody's cheating with somebody at work and they trying to do voodoo on your food at work or something like that. Okay, but I'm definitely getting this is a karmic ex-lover that is trying to keep somebody trapped. Okay, and they don't want you to move forward. So let's see what else. Let's talk about this best friend over here working with the karmic, Holy Spirit. What can we get with that? What's going on here? It says here they're plotting. Seven of Cups. Look at that. Seven of Cups. This is, you see how it's different things? Like pick your poison. All right, like options of how, and look how it's like a ticket here. How can they get access back into your energy? The Seven of Cups is also illusions. So they're trying to put up illusions. Look, I'm noticing now how it says prizes. The prize is getting access. This is a ticket. Access to your energy again. Look, eternal love. You see, because they want to trap you. They want to lock you in. You see that? Consistency, soulmate, eternity. This is a freaking binding spell. So listen, this is funny. Oh my God, they're working together. All right, this karmic is a part of this karmic friend. It says your best friend. All right, to get you trapped in this situation. So this could be that the friend is gonna be like, yo, let's go to that event. Let's go to that party. Let's go to that whatever. Confirmation. Okay, the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is a bright idea. The Page of Wands, you see how this person's tying up their shoes, like, let's go. For some of y'all, it could be some type of like roller skating thing, you know, like an event like that, you know. But that's what I'm getting. Okay, they're gonna try to use the friend to get you to this event. Give me something on this parade, festival, event, Holy Spirit. If it's not a festival or a parade, remember, it's a gathering, an event, a dinner, whatever. But that's where they're gonna try to do this voodoo on you by putting it in. You see how there's a bunch of cups on that too, like putting it in your drink or something. All right, so this parade, festival, or event, we got the Nine of Wands here. The Nine of Wands is like an ongoing thing, and then we got memory. So it could be something that you stop going to this place. Okay, with the memory, you left it in the past. It says remembrance, commemoration, and reunion. Yeah, like maybe you used to link up with friends here or something, and you stop going. Because the Nine of Wands in the upright is like an ongoing thing. Like you kept going. So in the reverse, it's like you stopped going. All right, so then we got the Four of Cups here in the reverse. So the Four of Cups in the upright is like, I'm gonna miss this opportunity. I'm gonna stay home. I'm gonna watch Netflix, whatever. You see that? In the reverse is like, you don't want to miss an opportunity. So this is a place that you haven't been there in a while, that you stopped going, and you want to go back. So that's why Spirit is telling you, you better decline the invitation, because maybe it's a place that your friends go to, y'all used to go to, or if this is your ex, whatever, you've been there with her before. Yeah, look, you need to not go, because you need to stay in balance. All right, look how it says inner peace, simplicity, and meditation. You need your inner peace. You need that. The number 14, that's 5. 5 is change. You need to change your bad habits. Change the things that you used to do in the past. If you was like a people pleaser, I know I used to be like that too. That people invite you even though you don't really want to go. You go because you don't want people to feel bad. You're like, okay, I'll go. I'll support. I'll pop up, whatever. And this is not good right now, because this is a setup. All right, they're gonna try to put something in your food and your drinks. And they're going to try to like bind you to them. Okay. So look, we got the star and we got calm. So that's telling me that the star card is a card about healing. So it's like you're in healing mode right now. You have so many good things that are going to come to your life after this cycle completes. So do not let these karmics get you caught up again. Don't go to this event. Trust your intuition. I'm here to confirm it. If you feel weird about it, like I see again, you don't want to miss an opportunity. You feel like, you know, maybe you should go. Maybe you should go, you know, maybe you don't want to stay home. You know, you don't want to watch TV no more. You want to go, but you're going to have to sit this one out. You need to focus on your healing. All right. This is like protection. All right. Like spirit is trying to protect you from something that could end up happening that you do not want to happen. And we already see what it is. They're trying to bind you to this karmic again. And yes, you are protected, but stay away from situations that don't serve you. All right. When you know better, you got to do better. You need to do your part as well. You got to do the footwork. Your spirit team is protecting you. You know, the Most High is protecting you. You good, but you need to do the footwork. You need to stay away from these type of situations. Okay. Okay. So let's see what else. Yeah, look, you cannot make this up. We got reflection. All right, so look, that card, calm and reflection, is the same thing. You need to stay home and reflect. All right, and listen, it's not boring to be home. All right, learn how to enjoy your own company, because you're gonna need it right now as you are on this journey. All right, you need to be in your isolation season, and for some of y'all, you already are in this isolation season. You're healing, and you need to continue to make progress. Okay, we have here the Moon card. The Moon card could be more illusions, secrets. Let's see. Four of Wands. There's illusions, secrets about this Four of Wands. Again, this house. Look at that. Look, Divine Masculine. Spirit is talking to you. Telling you again, you better not go to this house. There's some illusions. There's some secrets with this house that you've been to before. You see, that's what I'm talking about. You've been there before with the Nine of Wands reverse. You don't, you know, you stopped going. Maybe that was your spirit team protecting you, you know, telling you to stay away from there. That's why you haven't gone there. It's a house that you need to stop going to. All right, that's the event. That's the invitation. Don't go to that house. Don't go to that party. Whatever the fuck it is, don't go. Yeah, look, don't go. Wow. Yeah, because Seven of Pentacles is a bad investment. Seven of Pentacles in the upright is an investment. It's an investment. So in the reverse, it's a bad investment. And look how it says reevaluation. Like Spirit is saying, you need to reevaluate. Look, and we got sweet talk. That's what they're going to do. Sweet talk you to go. What's behind that? Divination. You know, like, I don't know. It's a bad investment, though. It's in the reverse. And then with the abandonment, it's like walk away. Do not go to that shit. With divination, you could be intuitive. You know, your intuition, like I said, your intuition was already telling you something, and I'm just here to confirm it. You know, so you could be very in tune, and you know something was up. All right. And again, with sweet talk, that's your friend, and that's her trying to tell you to come to this place, whatever. Again, if there's a child involved and you co-parent with this person, meet the bitch outside somewhere and take the kid, and that's it. Don't go to this place. Don't be letting people manipulate you with a child. Like, no. All right, don't go. Abandon what is it? Abandon ship? Abandon that shit. Abandon mission. Okay, like, yeah. Jump ship, whatever. Don't think about a damn ship. All right, y'all. Let me pull some names. We're going to close this out. Just don't go to that event. Okay. All right, let's see. If you see your name, this is giving you confirmation. There's a message here for you. Pay attention and stay woke. And, if you see the karmic's name, this is your confirmation that they are involved. Let's see. Let's begin. Lilyn, Rain, Aviles, Abraham, Robin, Chrisette, Dave, Irving, Alan, Darius, Jordan, Freeman, Montgomery, Fred, Anderson, May, Porter, Drea, Floyd, Lizette, Long, Grant, Jeremy, Spears, Edwards, Kelly, McLaren, Anton, Adams, Kinsley, and Cooper. Okay, we'll do one more. Connor, Candace, Claude, Aubrey, Zachary, Brittany, Latricia, Noel, Gibbons, Jaden, Ruby, DeVille, Joel, Thompson, Carol, DeSalvo, Burley, Cindy, Holly, Clara, Danny, Omar, Vance, Odalis, Simone, Beverly, Dawn, Kane, Rain, Myers, Chloe, whoa. Bad, y'all. Wait. My light. Okay. What is it? Chloe, Warren, Tara, Valdez, Daniel, Raymond, Tanya, Tony, and Levy. And then the last one. Cameron, Peyton, Derek, Noel, Noah, Danny, Kevin, Andrew, Kat, Kyle, Murphy, George, Paul, Andre, Amanda, Liam, Nia, Maxwell, and Walker. All right, y'all. So that's what I got here. I hope I was able to bring clarity and confirmation. Stay woke.